Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys at Magic. This is Hunter, Shane, and David. Say what up, boys.
Yo!
What's up, nerds?
We are back another day, another set of spoilers for Dominaria United. We have a bunch of weird the way Wizards is doing this, where they're just like releasing special cards and special different packs. It's getting pretty annoying, but we will talk about it when we get there. So these first set of cards, you can buy them in any kind of pack. So let's start off with Defiler of Vigor. Defiler of Vigor is 3 and 2 green for a 6/6 creature Phyrexian worm. It has trample. It says, as an additional cost to cast green permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. Those spells cost green less to cast if you paid life this way. This effect reduces only the amount of green mana you pay. And whenever you cast a green permanent spell, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. This is pretty bonkers. 5 mana 6/6 with trample.
It's a cycle!
Dude, it's
It is a
dope
cycle.
as fuck. It's a
Yeah.
way to give all your creatures Phyrexian mana, yeah?
Not Phyrexian mana.
Well, like pseudo, and also
basically.
no, not creatures. It's permanent.
Sorry, that's even cooler. Even cooler, yeah. All your green permanents have Phyrexian mana.
You know what the saddest thing is?
What?
I think we've had a point where, like, power creep wise, this card is absolutely fucking nuts, and I don't think it's going to see any play.
It's definitely going to see play in mono green.
It might, dude. I'm just saying, mono green Stompy is already a thing. Now your shit's basically just free.
It's not basically free. You still have to pay
air quotes.
You're paying life.
You're paying life. You still have to pay the colorless or whatever other color goes along with the green.
True.
I honestly don't even think that matters. Just the fact that whenever you cast a green creature, everything gets a +1/+1 counter.
I mean, yeah, it's solid. I mean, like I said, it's a really good card. I just feel like we've like crossed the threshold where your 5-drop that does about everything is just too slow.
Will it be a 4 of? No. Will it be a 2 of? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think giant mono green Stompy is going to be a thing like this with Titan of Industry on the back end. It's going to be pretty nuts.
I think this card is definitely nuts in EDH and kind of like go wide token strategy. Actually, you know what, Hunter, you love those.
Well, it's not really token strategy because you need permanents.
A token is permanent, my friend.
But you're not casting a token, are you?
No, but I mean the +1/+1 counter is going to go on the tokens.
Sure, that's true.
On each creature you control. Holy shit! I thought it was just on this thing.
No, each creature.
Yeah, this is a fucking all-star.
Yeah, this thing just pumps itself.
I can't for the weight or for the red one in this cycle to just be like crap.
It's gonna be like it's gonna do 2 damage every time you cast a red spell.
Ooh, you like that, didn't?
Actually, that would still be really, really solid.
Yeah, it probably will, or at least just 1 damage. You think 2 is too much?
It'll deal 1 damage to target opponent.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Just face.
Just face, no creatures.
All right, but I think we're all in agreement. Defiler of Vigor, pretty powerful.
Pretty good.
Moving on to a new vehicle. This is Golden Argosy. Golden Argosy is 4 generic mana for a 3/6 legendary artifact vehicle. Says whenever it attacks, exile each creature that crewed it this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Crew cost of 1. So a flicker effect on a vehicle.
Love this so much.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's super nuts, dude. What the fuck?
Literally everything crews this. So like, I love this so much. I love flicker shenanigans, and like this is straight up my alley. I love this.
It's like an upside flicker too, dude. You get to have a 3/6 fucking boat.
3/6.
I'm on a boat.
Yo, is this boat flying or am I drunk?
You know, it's a flying boat that doesn't have
just making sure. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Is it out of the water? Okay.
It is flying with no flying aspect. Yeah.
It is the water.
For that reason, I don't like this anymore. I'm over it, dude. F.
F. Yeah, Golden Argosy.
Argosy?
Argosy?
Argosyle, dude.
Pretty good. I think any type of flicker effect is always great.
Very good.
And the fact that you can crew it multiple times. Because crew cost is nothing. But
I mean, it's also like if you have like 6 power worth of creatures with ETBs in play, you can just like crew all of it because it's like 1 or more.
Oh, that's how crew works, dude? That's sick.
Yeah, you can just crew it as
I
many
haven't
times
crewed
as
in a
you
long
want.
time, dude.
Yep. Use any creature to crew as many times as you want.
I
Dude,
saw
and it's
Reddit.
like a pseudo. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. Go for it.
I was gonna say, could that be pseudo protection? Can you crew at instant speed?
You can crew in response, yes.
So then your creatures just won't ever die because they exile out.
It's only when
That's
it
super sick.
attacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was when it exile. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yep.
I saw a Reddit post that was talking yesterday about how underwhelming this set is, and we've talked about 2 cards so far, and I think they're both fucking bangers. And everything we talked about yesterday was insane. I feel like the power level of this set is like fucking way spicy.
Yeah, it is.
The Reddit army is gonna cry about anything, dog.
No, there's only one person that cries, and then everyone just says, "No, you're wrong."
Oh, okay. Then what are we talking about?
All right, next up we have this card. This is Threats Undetected. Threats Undetected is 2 and a green for a sorcery. It says search your library for up to 4 creature cards with different powers and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Shuffle the chosen cards into your library. Put the rest into your hand.
This is a creature version of Gifts Ungiven, and Gifts Ungiven is banned in EDH.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think this
Yeah,
card is fucking nuts. There's got to be a way that you cast this and you create like a no-win scenario for your opponents where you just lock the game.
like you just get 2 different combo pieces. Like, which one do you want to give me?
Yep, exactly that. Of like, these are my combo pieces. All 4 of these go nuts with each other. Give me 2.
I would just like to
Sorcery
point
though,
out,
dude. Want.
it is a sorcery. That's okay though. I think the art is giving me Thor's sister, Hela, kind of vibes.
Ah, dude, this is Nisa's sister.
Are we talking about from Marvel, dude? You fucking nerd.
Yeah, dude, looks like Thor's sister.
I'm not getting that. I'm definitely getting like Nisa with a lot of mascara and eyeshadow.
Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't. Well, is this card good?
I think this is fantastic. I think this is really powerful in higher power formats. I think this is absolutely netting in EDH. I don't know about standard.
I mean, either way,
Yeah.
it's netting you 2 cards, right? No matter
Yeah,
what.
it's grabbing you 2. It's tutoring you 2 cards guaranteed.
For 3 mana, that seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that this. I mean, again, there's not really a combo in standard, is there? Or am I wrong? But just 2 cards in standard seems really good for 3.
You're not wrong. Next up, we have Llanowar Greenwidow. Llanowar Greenwidow is 2 and a green for a 4/3 creature spider. It has reach and trample. Also has domain where you can pay 7 and a green to return Llanowar Greenwidow from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It gains if this permanent would leave the battlefield, exile it instead. And this ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type among lands you control. I hate the domain part, but a 3 mana 4/3 with reach and trample seems pretty solid.
I hate the fact that this card only costs 3 mana, to be completely honest. Like, I don't know. This is my second time we've come across a green creature in this video that I'm going to bitch about because it just doesn't seem. It seems super fucking pushed. 3 mana for a 4/3 on its own could be a card if that was just straight up vanilla. And the reach and trample on top of that is like icing on the cake. And then domain, given that, yeah, for the most part, you're probably not going to use that super often. I feel like the domain is still a super relevant ability. And as this enters like mid game to late game, that domain cost is going to get, well, fairly cheaper.
I mean,
I don't
let's be
know.
honest. It's being played in a fucking mono green deck, Dave.
So it costs 7.
Yeah, exactly. Domain is literally pointless. Like, yeah, that's stupid.
I don't think so. I mean, you could play this in like a 3-color deck, and then it costs 3 less.
You could, 100% you could, but I'm just talking about like the decks that already exist, like, where it would kind of like fall into is probably a mono green. But
I mean, just think about this. Like, if you could run like a 5-color, like you play this in like a 5-color EDH deck, and then all of a sudden, like, holy shit, this thing is like super cheap.
no, that'd be cool. Yeah. But just from a strictly standard point of view, unless there's a cool new fucking Jund deck coming out because of Lily, this isn't a mono green deck.
Yeah, this seems like an all-star unlimited.
Unlimited, yeah, of course. It's like what David said, dude. It's a fuck 3 mana 4/3 vanilla would be sick as fucking limited.
I low key want to build a green deck when I do the pre-release, based on just what we've seen so far.
No,
You better hope you open them up.
mono
Yeah,
white, mono white, good stuff.
What good stuff. Next up, we have a card that you were excited about, David. This is Shanna, Purifying Blade. Shanna, Purifying Blade is a green, white, blue for a 3/3 legendary creature human warrior. It has lifelink. It says at the beginning of your end step, you may pay X. If you do, draw X cards. X can't be greater than the amount of life you gain this turn.
Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, Bant is probably my least favorite color combination in the entire fucking game. So if I'm excited about a Bant card, I think it's got to be fucking pushed to the heavens.
Why? Why is it pushed to the heavens?
Dude, this is a card that just on its own, without any additional support, can draw you 3 extra cards per turn.
For 3 mana.
That's fucking amazing. Like, you play this in any kind of like stacks-based deck. Okay, once again, I'm talking about EDH. I don't know about standard for this, but like, this thing seems fucking nuts to me. You start to lock up the board, and then all of a sudden you have like a draw engine stable into your commander. Okay, I don't want to talk too much about a commander. We're going to talk about that later on. Hold your excitement. This
No,
card's
you
fucking
hold your
insane.
excitement, dog.
That was me talking to
Crazy.
myself.
Oh, okay.
He's excited. Yeah, I think
but
this card's pretty good.
This color combination sucks, David. Ah.
Aren't you a Bant guy, Shane?
No, I am. He said, no, I'm not a bad guy. I'm a blue guy. White's okay. Green's cool.
Like, just because I'm not Bant guy doesn't mean I'm not Bant guy.
You're bad guy. I think we're all in agreement. Card
This does
is
seem good, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
next,
could you pay less though? Wait. Could you pay less though? So
Yeah.
if you didn't have the mana, you could
Yeah.
just pay 1 or 2, draw those cards?
Yep.
Oh, that seems really good.
You just can't draw more than the life you
More
gain.
than you. Yeah.
But I mean, like, even if you're only drawing 3 cards per turn, that's such a silly statement. Only drawing 3 cards. That's fucking nuts, dude. That this is stapled onto a permanent that you have, and I don't want to talk about the commander. I'm done. I can't continue to talk about this card.
Hi,
All right.
David. My Nekasar deck wants to say something about that. I'm making snakes, dude.
Wait, Nekasar doesn't make snakes, and is it a different color? I'm so
No,
confused.
that's a snake deck. It's a snake guy.
No, that is not Nekasar.
Who's Nekasar?
Nekasar's a Grixis dude that punishes you for drawing cards.
Oh, that's what I meant though. You get fucked.
I'm tic-tac-toeing and I'm not getting this.
You get punished for drawing the cards.
Okay, moving on. We have a crazy Chaos Warp card. This is Chaotic Transformation. Chaotic Transformation is 5 in a red for a sorcery. It says exile up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, up to 1 target enchantment, up to 1 target planeswalker, and or up to 1 target land. For each permanent exiled this way, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a card that shares a card type with it, puts that card into the battlefield, and shuffles.
I think we found our first bad card.
This has got to be played as like a polymorph effect, where it's like, I'm going to exile out the only artifact I have in my deck. Now, this I don't like this. I don't like this, actually. I hate this card.
I'm not a fan, dude.
Very weird, right?
Very weird.
It's a Chaos
6 mana
Warp.
is so much.
Chaos Warp, but like it's
bad.
It's stapled on. It's like, what am I saying? It's specifically that type, where Chaos Warp is just a permanent.
Also, this only hurts you.
No. I think that's upside.
You can do it to anybody.
I don't think that's downside. I think that's upside. So the Chaotic Transformation is like, I feel like it's even a name. You don't use this on your opponent's shit. You build your deck around this, where it's like, I'm going to exile out my creature. I'm going to exile out like my 1-drop. That way I can go hit like my 11 mana creature, then throw that thing into play.
Like, a weird card, dude.
You build this where it's like, I'm going to get rid of my little things, so I'm going to throw in a really big thing. The problem is it's 6 mana, so like, shit has got to fucking go down.
You probably already have big things, hopefully, in play after 6 turns.
Yeah, it's a weird card, man. I don't think we're on board with this at all. It's gonna be a no from me, dog. All right, so these next cards, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, these next rares are only found in Jumpstart boosters of Dominaria United. Yes, they're doing Jumpstart boosters of Dominaria United. It's kind of a new thing that Wizards is doing. And the next couple of cards, again, can only be found at Jumpstart, except they are still standard legal.
What?
Yeah.
That seems stupid as fuck.
Yep.
I completely agree, actually. I hope that Jumpstart succeeds. I think it's a cool product. I don't think that this mishmash is going to be... I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think this is the place for it.
So this first one, Serra Redeemer. Serra Redeemer is 3 and 2 white for a 2/4 creature angel soldier. That's flying. It says whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, put 2 +1/+1 counters on that creature.
Well, you know, if this card is going to be hard as fuck to get, at least they made it bad, right?
Yeah, what?
I'm being very sarcastic.
Seems pretty good because that 2 power comes in with 4 power.
I don't know if that's good, dude.
This is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Your 2/2 comes in as a 4/4?
Mm-hmm.
Does your 1/1 come as a 3/3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Shane is now on board.
Yo, my fucking. Oh shit, dude. Okay.
This is
This is
not
good now.
casting, by the way.
Wait, but why
This
are
is-
you?
this
Wait,
is
yeah, wait,
tokens.
what?
Your tokens come in bigger.
But so you're saying that like after turn 5?
Yes, after turn 5, after you can play this.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm looking at it like this. You built the green-white deck, so your 1-drops are like Llanowar elves. Okay, that's you want a 1-mana 3/3.
Okay, wait. So you're talking about EDH?
No,
I mean, I'm not talking about standard.
you could
Right.
talk about Pioneer, Explorer.
Yeah,
so
I can
thought
talk
you were
about
okay, I'm
other
gonna buy-
formats. So just past standard, where you have like any of the
Okay.
1-drop mana dorks that are available to you.
I'm thinking like Ass Pirate coming in at like 3 mana or a 3/3 Ass Pirate sounds pretty sick.
What the
Luminarch.
fuck are you saying?
He's talking about Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay, I was definitely hearing ass pirate.
That's
That's what I said.
That's what he says. Covert Go Blue says that in his videos.
Yeah.
Okay, not getting the reference here.
But that seems cool. But I'm not gonna play that. I'm not gonna play those cards. Hopefully after turn 5. I'm playing them way before turn 5.
Well, that's why I mentioned like the Llanowar elves or like your other mana dork, because all of a sudden like you're not hitting this on turn 5. You're hitting this on like turn 3 or 4, and that way your deck is just like turning on, and you're playing this thing potentially with multiples. If you have 2 of these in play, your 1 mana 1/1 all of a sudden is what? Fucking straight up nutty. It's a 5/5.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And
Yeah.
play another one of these comes in as a 4/6.
I didn't even realize it's got 2 power.
Yeah.
Yo, wait, this is an angel.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
You put it in the angel deck, dude.
You could put it in the angel deck.
Yeah. Okay, I'm on board.
We
Yeah, but you
connected
put it-
dots.
But you're talking about Giada, but Giada also pumps creatures, so it wouldn't be coming in.
Yeah, but Giada gets us out quicker.
Sure, but this does nothing with Giada because Giada brings the creatures in with +1/+1 counters anyways, so the power would be higher than 2.
Yeah, she
Well,
cares about the big angels. You want little creatures with this.
Come on, little boys.
Like this is
Yeah.
going to be the top end of the deck.
Yeah, you're not gonna get there. Anyways,
We'll see.
yeah, Serra Redeemer. Jumpstart only. Another Jumpstart only. Cosmic Epiphany. Cosmic Epiphany is 4 and 2 blue for sorcery. Draw cards equal in the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard.
This is probably my favorite card spoiled today, and it has nothing to do with what the card does. It's just like the
Artwork-wise?
artwork on this is absolutely fantastic. It's like Cosmic Epiphany. I
Like a
imagine
ponder,
these dudes
dude.
are just like straight up tripping balls. And actually going along with that, like look at the art. They're just like, dude, look at my balls.
This reminds me of like a ponder, dude. It's like their hands with the balls, but now it's like people with the balls, dude.
I needed to get out of my middle school mindset.
All knowledge.
But
Past
about the card
future.
though, I feel like this card's not that great.
It's 100% a build around. If you are playing like some big ass like spell slinger deck where you have, I don't even know. Like, what would you say would be the critical number for a 6-mana sorcery? Like, how many cards would you need to draw to be able to make this thing
4.
worth it?
At least 4.
I really feel like that's not difficult to hit 4.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Okay, let's only talk about standard. I know it's hard for you, David. You don't play standard, but like, would this go in? Like, this would be a super late card to play. I know it's 6 mana, but I'm thinking like past turn 6.
I think it'd
I'm
be pretty
thinking
good still.
I'm thinking more of like a control deck where it's like you can make it a late game like that, like a blue-white control where it's you're running the wrath effects and you're countering your opponent's shit, and then like turn 6 really isn't that bad, and then you look at your graveyard and you've got 6 instants and sorceries in there by this point, and you refill your hand plus some.
Yeah, I see. I understand, but in that deck we're talking about in Make Believe Land, you keep your mana open to play on your opponent's turn, and if you don't, then you play instant cards to play at the end of their turn. This basically taps you out for a turn on turn 6, and your opponent can do with it whatever they want. This is really
Okay.
bad for control.
No. I think this is excellent for control because I mean that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to trade resources with him until you're both basically in top deck mode, and then like you're not running this obviously as like a 4 of. You're going to run this as like a 2 of, and I think at that point you've refilled your hand and you've basically just created a lock because your opponent's in top deck. You now have like 6, 7, 8 cards in hand minimum, and they're just never going to be able to resolve a threat ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just see it being the turn you play this card is very scary.
I think
Unless
this is
they are too fucked.
I think this is a rare for a reason. I think this card is much better than what you're giving it credit for.
Sure I am.
All right. Moving on to the black card for Jumpstart only. This is Tyrannical Pitlord. Tyrannical Pitlord is 4, 2 black for a 6/6 creature demon. It has flying and trample. As Tyrannical Pitlord enters the battlefield, choose another creature you control. The chosen creature gets +3/+3 and has flying. And whenever Tyrannical Pitlord leaves the battlefield, sack the chosen creature. David, what you think?
I mean, it's like high risk, high reward. You get a hell of a boost there, but if this guy goes, you're gonna get 2 for 1. It's a 6 mana flampler, so like even just on its own, it's pretty solid.
Yeah,
I actually don't think I like it though.
I like the artwork though.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. You said Frampler. I had no idea the fuck you were talking about.
Flying and trample, dude.
Well, it makes sense now. I just sit there and think about it for a minute.
I think we could just move on to this one. Yeah, I think we're all just meh
okay.
about it.
Yeah, I'm not sold. I don't like the blowout potential.
Okay. This next card is Ragefire Hellkite. Ragefire Hellkite is 4 and 2 red for a 5/3 creature dragon. It has flying. It says whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, Ragefire Hellkite gains double strike till end of turn. Dave, do you like this card?
I do like this card. I think this card is super fucking pushed.
Really? Because I did not like this card.
This is a finisher in like a big red deck, dude. This is hitting for 10 in the air. This is gonna close the game.
All right. Well, that deck you're making up in your head doesn't exist in standard.
I'm not saying in standard, nor am I saying that your like magic crystal ball is going to tell you what the meta is going to look like whenever this thing comes out.
Now?
Because standard is one format out of like the 12 that exist in this game that are regularly played.
I'd argue it's the main one.
I would argue it's not the main one.
Right,
I'd argue the commander is the main one.
Yeah. But this is our standard talk.
That was never disclosed. In the year and a half we've been doing this shit.
We could talk Pioneer. We could talk Explorer. This card is also coming out in those too.
I think this card is way too slow for those, to be completely honest and
Yeah,
fair.
This card feels very meh to me.
I
in
mean,
a non-EDH world.
I feel like this has to go with like a token type of deck, right? So you can consistently get to sacrifice creatures.
Sure. Or a card that cares about dying.
Not even that. I feel like it's honestly, it's like your 2-drop is no longer relevant. Sack it to make this thing hit for 10.
Sure. It doesn't have trample though, so if there's a flyer,
it's got double strike.
Oh, okay.
You're 5/3. Sure, it's got low toughness. It's not gonna fucking die.
Shane's just saying that you could just be chump blocked.
But you chump block it.
How many chump blockers do you have with flying?
Who knows,
dude?
Maybe
What the
I'm
fuck?
running Angels.
There are many chump blockers. I'm just saying, you chump block it, it does nothing.
I'm gonna disagree. The evasion on this, like, you're gonna chew through their creatures quickly.
Sure, agreed. But you're also going to chew through your creatures.
And that's fine. That's why I'm saying you're playing this in a deck where it's like your 2-drop did its thing, and now it can't get in anymore, and you need to be able to close the game out. This is the closer.
I will say this is a limited bomb.
No, it absolutely is. This thing is going to wreck face in limited.
Yeah.
If you open up Jumpstart.
Oh, I fucking forgot, dude.
Never mind. It's not a
This
limited
section
bomb.
sucks, dude. This section sucks, dick, dude. I'm over it.
All right, let's move on to the next. All right, moving on to the final card from Jumpstart. This is the green one. This is Briar Hydra. Briar Hydra is 5 and a green. For a 6/6 creature plant Hydra, it has trample. It has domain. It says whenever Briar Hydra deals combat damage to a player, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. This one seems the weakest out of all of them.
Boring.
Unless
Yep.
David says, no, this is the
It is
strongest.
nuts, dude. No,
This is the only green card today that I'm not going to shit my pants over.
thank God.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's a boring ass card, dude.
Yeah, Briar Hydra. What is it? It's a tree Hydra?
It's plant, not tree.
Yeah, well, it's in trees. I see trees around it.
No, it says right there, creature, plant Hydra.
Yeah, well.
But what's a tree? It's a plant, you fuck.
No, not necessarily. A bush is a plant.
Yeah, but so is a tree.
Yeah, but a bush isn't a tree.
I didn't say it. Okay.
A bush could be a small tree.
But a tree
What about
is
a vine?
plant.
A
But
vine
tree is
can be a plant.
I
And
can't with you
branches?
anymore, dude.
Dude, okay, you know what?
All I'm saying. What, David?
All
Fucking tell me
squares are
what.
rectangles.
You're
Let's-
fucking such a dumbass.
Let's move on. So that was all the Jumpstart cards, and we are back to the straight Commander cards. These next couple of cards are only found in collector boosters, set boosters, and they have a chance to be a box topper. They're also
What does that mean?
That means that they're doing Legends Retold from the original Legends set. They're a retelling of those cards, 20 of them. So there's 20 rotating box toppers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
So
really hope that these cards are cheap enough because enough fucking dummies went out there expecting to just like buy cases, hoping to open a tabernacle, so that these cards are like available.
I really
said-
feel like I'm
like I
getting
said,
shade thrown on me right now, dude.
You can get them in set and collectors as well.
David, you're a dickhead.
And
For those of you who don't know, he spent way too much money on a case of collector boosters.
Well, who's
Good
laughing
luck.
when I get a tabber, dude? All right.
I'm laughing when you don't.
This first card from the Straight Commander is the Ever-Changing Dane. The Ever-Changing Dane is a white, blue, black for a 3/3 legendary creature shapeshifter. You can pay 1, sacrifice another creature. The Ever-Changing Dane becomes a copy of the sacrificed creature, except it has this ability.
Want to go last?
I say, I am a big fan. I want to just a nod to our buddy Steven. He brought it to my attention. I looked it up. This card, I would love to play this card. I would love to play this card as a commander.
It's cool because you don't tap it to do its ability, so you can technically do it right
and
away.
it's instant speed, so you can do
Yeah.
things in response to things. You could give it unblockable, swing in when after or after you move to fucking combat. You can then tap it, or you can then pay, turn it into something with like bigger power, one shot somebody, and give it infect. Like it's sick. It's super cool.
I'm not too high on this.
Not
Man,
high on this card at all.
I'm all in, dude. I'm fucking all in, dude.
I mean, you're saving the ability of a creature. It's not an ETB because you're not entering.
No.
So essentially, you're just saving the ability of another creature that might die.
No. This card wants to like OTK. That's pretty much it.
So you mean to tell me that in order for this card to be effective, you have to have another creature in play with sufficient power to just kill your opponent?
No, it could be. There could be multiples. Like you're playing a mid-range deck on this. So
I'm
that's
so
why
confused as to how you say that there's going to be multiples for a one-turn kill.
Yeah.
well, no, because okay, what I'm saying is you can have multiple creatures on your field, right?
Uh-huh.
Swing with
Yeah.
on your commander, and then when things happen, you pay the 1, sacrifice that creature, that thing happens. Your commander turns into that creature.
Okay. This is a card that I look at and say this requires a massive amount of setup in order for anything like that to happen. And this is only as good as the best thing you have in play, but you're killing the best thing you have in play.
Which is fine because that person's going to die.
No. It's only going to die because you're killing it. If this is a card that I feel like it really wants to be proactive and that like he wants to be able to like make this thing unblockable, and then you swing in and you make it, I don't know, some other creature that's like a 10/10. But even that doesn't actually kill anybody. It doesn't do anything.
So you can have something in play that is as big as the amount of lands you have, right? Cool. Then you can swing in, you can make it unblockable, then you can sacrifice, and then in response to not blocks, make it a fucking 30/30. Or you can make it that the power and toughness equal to your life you have. Like there
You're
are
you're,
ways what?
you're telling me right now that you
Yes.
have an unblockable creature and a 30/30 in play, and you expect
Yeah.
me to be afraid of a 3-drop that pays mana and kills those things and still gets blown out by a single removal spell. You've just board wiped
What?
yourself.
Which doesn't matter because you're dead.
It's not. I'm not dead. What if you just board wiped yourself and a single fucking removal spell just kills this dude anyways?
Okay. What I'm saying is there are creatures you can play. You're playing a slow. Okay, you're playing a slow game here, mid range, and then when you see that when you can strike, you fucking strike. You could play. Okay, think about this. You could play on different turns a creature that has hexproof. Let's play a creature that has unblockable. Like you're just playing a little creatures. You're like, oh, I'm just chilling. You're just hanging back and chilling, and then out of nowhere you can make your commander have all of those.
I think you're forgetting this really important thing is that while you're sitting back and chilling, your opponent is playing this game called Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
And
you
they're
have 4
beating the
opponents.
fuck out of you
No,
while you're
no, they're
sitting
not.
back and chilling.
You're
And if
forgetting that we're not
if
playing
you're
a
talking about
1v1.
EDH, there are multiple 1-mana removal spells that ruin your entire day. And
Okay,
you've
and when you
just
do
blown up
that,
your board by sacrificing everything. This card is garbage.
yeah, no, when you do that, dude, I'm gonna make it either have indestructible. I'm gonna either
That's
make it have
assuming that you have
extra.
another creature in play that
Yeah.
has indestructible. And most of the removal spells that get played in EDH, by the way, they get around indestructible anyways. Most of the ones that are actually commonly played exile effects anyways.
So I don't have an expert. What I'm saying is, I will build around this deck, and you will lose.
I would love to see that because this card is garbage.
Yeah, let's move on, boys. This is enough
Why?
of this card.
Why?
Because we're stuck on one card.
Because this card is fucking sick. Dude.
Hunter, just tell him he's wrong and then we'll move on, okay?
No, this card is fucking sick, and it's going to be a sick commander. Mark my words.
We will
Mark
talk
my
about
words.
this card more when we talk about legendary creatures.
I love the fact that we're going to get 2 fucking A's and 2 fucking F's in this commander video, and this card's going to get a stupid ass C.
See. Moving on to Rasputin, the Oneiromancer. Rasputin the Oneiromancer is 1 and a white and a blue for a 4/1 legendary creature, human wizard. When Rasputin enters the battlefield, put a dream counter on it for each opponent you have. Each opponent creates a 1/1 red goblin creature token. You can tap to remove 1 or more dream counters from Rasputin, add that much colorless mana, and you could tap to remove a dream counter from Rasputin to create a 2/2 white knight creature token with protection from red. Kinda weird.
I don't like helping my opponents.
Rasputin. I love the artwork for this card, and I really want to play it just based off of that. I hate everything that this card does, though.
What?
Is this our logo, dude? Is he from our logo?
Oh shit, that's us, dude.
He's the artwork on this. Like, who's the artist? Matt Stewart. Matt Stewart, fucking praise to you, dude. This artwork looks fucking nuts. I love this
Let's hit
card.
up Matt Stewart, dude. Maybe he'll make our logo, dude.
You don't really see a 4/1, do you?
Okay, this card is statted aggressive as fuck, but like it doesn't want to be aggressive, does it? Or am I wrong?
No,
Like this makes no sense.
it wants to tap down and do silly little things.
Yeah, like what? Why is it a fucking 4/1? It should be
So
a 1/4.
So that the 1/1 goblins kill him?
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? This card's
Yes.
not good.
It's really weird, man.
He's super weird. He's very complicated. I'm not going to say that he's trash because the knights get around the goblins, but I feel like that's really slow.
Yeah, it's weird, man. We'll talk about it more in
What is
the
this fucking-
legendary creature.
This is the Sandman, dude. What's going on here, dude? Dream counters? Come on.
Dream counters. Yes, dream. Next up, this is the Lady of Otaria. Lady of Otaria is 3, a red and a green for a 5/5 legendary creature avatar. It says you may tap 3 untapped dwarves you control rather than pay the spell's mana cost. And at the beginning of each end step, if a land you controlled was put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put any number of dwarf cards from among them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Very weird that this is not actually just a dwarf itself.
I
Can you-
really wish that it was.
Can you help me here?
Hmm.
That top part that gets around commander attacks, right?
Yes.
So if you have it's let's say if in whatever land there's a dwarf commander deck, it can only ever just cost 3
In
dwarfs.
whatever land. There's lots of those.
There are dwarf decks, really? I have no idea. I've never played one.
Yeah, dwarf is a good tribe.
No.
Believe you. I've just never ever seen it.
No, it is not.
I don't know what the fuck it would be.
You don't think
You-
dwarf is a good type?
No. You can show up to your fucking meme table with this shit. And don't get me wrong, like I love the dwarf tribal support here. I really do wish this was a dwarf. And then in addition to that, I really wish she had a beard. Female dwarf has beard, dude. Okay, listen to Gimli.
No, I know. You're gonna have to throw me.
Like I think this card is dope for it being a Lord 5 mana for a 5/5 in a really odd tribe. It's probably telling me that I'm never going to actually cast this or play this as a commander for anything or play this in any deck.
Yeah. Magda can tap and make a treasure when he comes out, though, dude.
You know what I could do instead? I could just play Magna.
How many dwarves? Let's do the math, dude. How many dwarves can we put in this color combination?
A lot, actually.
Okay. That could be cool, Dave.
I mean, like, look.
What?
How many dwarves are there in Magic? Because I know that most of them are in Jund colors.
Probably like 3,000.
There are most certainly not 3,000. I would be shocked if the number was 300.
Okay, regardless, we need 99.
Now, Hunter's doing the math right now. I can sense it.
Well, I'm watching him do it, so yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
109. And some of them are really good.
So there's 109. There's about 30 of them that you would need for a commander deck, assuming that you're going to make a tribal deck in order for it to just simply function.
Yeah, and they're good.
That means 1 out of every 3 of those dwarves needs to be playable, and 1 out of every 3 of those dwarves also need to fall in this color combination. Most of which I will say are red. So like at least that's a positive. But I know that there are several that are black, so those are just going to immediately get crossed off the list.
49.
There are 49. You're basically running every fucking dwarf in existence in order to make this thing actually function.
And there are dwarves that like double the power. What's up?
There's only 1 green dwarf in all of Magic.
Okay, so you're making a mono red deck.
I would say there's 2 green dwarves now, but this thing's not a fucking dwarf.
I'm just saying, dude. This if
shapeshifters.
Okay.
You know what? Holy shit! We just opened.
That's actually pretty cool.
New world.
Yeah, the more you know. Okay, this card. If we're not talking about, I know we're not talking about EDH yet, but in EDH, I'm never ever paying 5. I'm paying 3 dwarfs.
Well, we can't talk about standard.
I'm throwing them.
Because this card's not in standard.
Yeah, this is commander only cards. So
never mind. There we go.
They're legacy playable. I don't think legacy dwarves is ever going to be a thing.
Watch me.
Next up is Tetsuo, Imperial Champion. Tetsuo Imperial Champion is a blue, black, red for a 3/3 legendary creature human samurai. It says whenever it attacks, if it's equipped, choose 1. You can either have it do either Tetsuo deals damage equal to the highest mana value among equipment attached to it to any target, or you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand with the mana value less than or equal to the highest mana value among equipment attached to Tetsuo without paying its mana cost. Very interesting.
That's really sick, actually.
I love the fact that this is a card. I think it's polarizing.
Yeah, but dude, that could be fucking sick.
Equipment matters.
It could be sick, but I feel like you don't want an equipment and instant and sorcery matter stack, which makes the second mode a little weaker.
Yeah.
And the first mode, I mean, it's cool. If you have a
Dude.
big mana enchantment, or I'm sorry, if you have a big mana equipment attached to this thing, that's solid.
How about you swing in for this, dude, and for free or cheap, you play fucking Embercleave, and then hit someone for 7.
I mean,
Sure.
you're gonna hit somebody for more than that because it'll deal damage equal to the target, assuming that you choose the first mode.
That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
No, Embercleave is a 7, I think.
It is most certainly not.
Is it 6?
Embercleave gets cheaper.
No, but the mana cost though, right?
I'm like 99% sure it's 5.
99
Which
is not 100.
It's still a very
5.
solid hit.
Okay. So
6.
5, and it has double strike,
6.
and it's 6.
It's 6?
Dude. So it's 6.
It's 6.
And it's double strike. Like, dude, granted, this is one card I'm talking about, but
That
that's
was
a sick
1%
fucking
off.
card.
I mean, look, it's a solid card. I'll give it that for what it wants to do. I think it's very niche. I'm happy
100%.
that this card exists,
I get
but
deck tech, dude.
I am not going to do that because I don't think this is the card that I really want to promote.
Hey, people, comment down below if David should make a deck tech.
Jesus Christ, I hate you.
Next up, Ayesha Tanaka, Armorer. Ayesha Tanaka Armorer is 3, a white and a blue for a 2/4 legendary creature human artificer. Says whenever it attacks, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put any number of artifact cards with mana value less than or equal to Ayesha's power from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It also says Ayesha can't be blocked as long as defending player controls 3 or more artifacts, which in a game of EDH is quite often.
So she's not smiling at death anymore, yeah?
That was Alicia. That's a very different character.
Close up fucking enough, dude.
It is not
Same
close enough.
shit, dude.
So
This is
I love
powerful.
this card with the exception of the mana value, dude. 5, I think, killed it for me. If this was cheaper, I think this card would be absolutely nuts. But the fact that it's like kind of a mid-game drop, I feel like the engine starts too slow.
I feel like there are better cards that care about artifacts than this card. I think one of them is a fucking dwarf.
I like this
But-
card. I think making it unblockable is pretty much every turn with the amount of treasures people have and mana rocks and all that stuff. This is almost always going to be unblockable.
So what, you're putting the pants on her and trying to win with commander damage?
Bingo.
I don't think you're even doing that, dude. I think you're trying to lock somebody out with just your artifacts. This strikes me as like you're playing this with like a stack space deck where you're being able to just cheat those artifacts into play that you're going to be able to like just like push your opponents down with. The 5 mana value on this though is just like I feel like it's a little too slow for what it wants to do. Your
Yeah, but-
opponents have just way too much leeway. They have too much time.
In this
Well, you're
color,
playing-
I think you're playing control.
Yeah, I'll say you're playing counters, you're playing some dumb shit.
I mean that's
and
why
you're
I say
playing
like
lock too.
that's why I say like you're playing in a stacks deck.
Yeah, so you can get this out turn 4, turn 3.
I'm not arguing that, but like if you're
Oh.
playing also at a power level where you're dropping a white blue card at turn 3, your opponents are also probably dropping their things early as well.
I'm a fan
yeah.
of this card.
If you're arguing that no, this is not a CDH card, David. I agree with you.
I don't think so, and I think that this is like it really wants to be, and I feel like this is just a card that like I don't think it's going to be super impactful in a typical game of EDH because by the time that this thing turns on, your opponents have probably already done their thing.
From what I've seen, dude, if you don't have a partner in CDH, you're not playing the game. So this
I
card's not
never
good.
mentioned CDH. That's you.
No, I did, and then you said I know, so I'm just kind of bouncing off of that.
I'm just saying for like EDH purposes, just like your casual game. Like I feel like this is probably a little bit too slow.
Could be.
I love its abilities. I just wish this cost like 4 mana instead of 5.
Well, I like this card a lot, so we'll talk about
Hunter,
it
tell
more.
me why.
We'll talk about it more later.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we have Xira the Golden Sting. Xira the Golden Sting is 1, a black, a red, and a green for a 3/3 legendary creature, Insect Assassin. It has flying and haste. It says whenever it attacks, put an egg counter on another target creature without an egg counter on it. When that creature dies, if it has an egg counter on it, draw a card and create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. It does not say creature you control.
This seems really fun. And if I'm not playing blue, I do enjoy Jund a lot. It's my first modern deck. This seems fun, Dave. I'm not making tokens or playing with Prosh, but this could be a thing.
This definitely is a thing.
He's being way too quiet.
I'm
David.
ready to move on to the next card, to be completely honest.
Holy shit, dude.
Why?
You're so
Why?
jaded, it's fucking dumb, dude.
I mean, you want to play this obviously where a deck where you're going to be like playing a lot of removal and being able to get the advantage of it. I don't see it. I see this being played in a world where like you're playing in a game of Commander and this is a 4-mana 3/3 that might get in once or twice and it can spread a couple of egg counters and then somebody's going to play a board wipe.
And you're going to draw a bunch of cards.
Well, maybe not a bunch. You might draw like
Whatever has an egg
one.
on it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're saying if he attacks once, he gets 1 egg counter.
I mean, okay,
Fine.
look, you get
right
you
away,
get
too, with haste.
you get some kind of value.
Yeah, and it's got some, it's got flying. That's a little bit of fucking. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Evasion.
Evasion.
That's what I just said.
We got there, boy.
I'm not saying that this card is bad. I'm just saying that this card like it doesn't do anything that really wows me.
Yeah,
It's
fine.
meh.
We'll talk about it more later.
It's a bee in a fucking dress, David.
It is a bee in a dress. Have you seen Bee movie? It's not that great.
Next up is Ohabi Caleria. Ohabi Caleria is 1, a green and a white for a 1/3 legendary creature, Elf Archer. It has reach. It says untap all archers you control during each other player's untap step. And whenever an archer you control deals damage to a creature, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. Archer Tribal, boys.
All right, I'm gonna be Shane. Dude, this card is fucking amazing, man. It's only
No.
3 mana and it's gonna be able to draw you so many cards for Archer Tribal. I fucking love Archer Tribal.
I hate
There's probably
you so
like
much.
40 whole playable archers in
dude,
the
I
entire
literally
fucking
hate
Magic
David
the
right
Gathering
now.
set. I love this card so
literally-
much. I'm gonna build this deck.
I can't stand David right now, dude. Fuck archers, dude. I like the show. Fuck the card, dude.
Interesting.
I love
so
you too,
annoying.
Shane.
You're so annoying, dude.
There are 92 archers in the game of Magic.
Dude, see exactly that. Man, 92 archers in the game of Magic. Man, there's more than enough to be a build.
Do I sound like that? Am I that deep and that cool? I'm chilling.
All right.
I don't like
Yeah.
this card at all, David.
Archers, interesting.
I'm not a
I
fan.
don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Next up, Torsten, founder of Benalia. Torsten, founder of Benalia, is 5, a green and a white for a 7/7 legendary creature human soldier. It says when it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of creature and or land cards from among them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When this dies, create 7 1/1 white soldier creature tokens.
Hunter, I wanted to start us off because this is like obviously your colors, and Shane and I have been bickering nonstop.
You guys really
But
have.
I love you, dude.
This is bad. It's really boring, and I hate it.
That was not how I wanted this to start.
Sorry,
Hey, I'll
honesty.
follow up, David. This is pretty bad, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna focus on the positives. It's a 7/7 that replaces itself with 7 whole power and 7 whole toughness,
up.
and it has the potential to refill your hand. I'm just gonna forget the fact that this thing costs 7.
God, I miss you, you fuck. All right, this is a bad card.
All right, let's move on to the final card of the video. We're here. We made it. This is Orca Siege Demon. Orca Siege Demon is 5, a black and a red for a 5/5 legendary creature demon. It's got trample. It says whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Orca. And when Orca dies, it deals damage equal to its power divided as you choose among any number of targets. Mr. Rakdos player, Dave, what do we think?
It sucks. It's not a whale.
Dude, Yo,
Orcas.
Blackfish. Have you not seen that fucking doc? David, we want to protect them.
No, dude, I can totally like you put this as a demon whale, and I can like the flavor is 100% there.
This name is Orca.
All
Card
right.
sucks, David.
Yeah, I don't think
It's 7 mana. This is not good.
For a 5/5 that
5/5.
hurts. I don't know. This doesn't do enough, honestly. I'm sorry.
But that is going to be it. That is the spoilers for today. That is August 19th, 2022. If you made it this far, I applaud you.
No shit, dude.
You guys made it through all of the debate with Shane and David. Great debates, boys.
We're
Can we talk
actually
about
great
favorite
friends. I
cards?
love this motherfucker.
Can we talk about our favorite cards now?
What's your favorite card?
Go ahead, David. Tell me.
My favorite card out of this bunch is probably going to be Shanna, the Purifying Blade.
Yeah. You were high on that card this morning. Doesn't surprise me. Shane, what's your favorite?
My favorite card, David? The Ever-Changing Dane.
Yep. And I'm just going to say my favorite is Defiler of Vigor, the very first card we talked about, because it's bonkers. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Follow us on our Instagram at Guys That Magic, where we post all of the spoilers, not just all these rares and mythics we talk about in the videos. And while you're at it, follow us on our Twitter is also at Guys That Magic. And until tomorrow, or maybe not, it's the weekend. Until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Bye.
Shanna, love you, dude.
I love you too, David. Bye.
Bye.